there, how are ya? Guys, if you're enjoying these amazing fact videos, then you gotta check out Fact Maniac. It's a brand new brand that I just started where I post amazing daily facts on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the links in the description and start following Fact Maniac right now, or just search Fact Maniac on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay, let's get into it. Police exist to serve us and make us safer. They go through a lot of training and are really smart people. Well, that's the majority of them, because sometimes they fail miserably and in spectacular ways. Here are the 10 biggest police blunders of all time. Number 10 is arresting a hero. On June 16, 2010, 27-year-old medic Eric Wright was with his wife Aline in their Chattanooga, Tennessee home when Aline suddenly had a stroke. Eric, who'd recently returned from 2 separate tours in Iraq, lifted his wife and sped off towards the medical center. But on the way, they drove through 2 red lights, which caught the attention of Officer Jim Davies. He pursued them, but fearing for his wife, Eric ignored the sirens. Once they arrived, the officer tried to physically block them from entering into the ER, despite Eric's attempt at explaining the situation. After eluding the officer, Eric and his wife got inside, saving her life. But just 2 days later, Davies went to the Wrights' home and arrested Eric for multiple charges, including assaulting an officer. Yeah, guess what? They threw out the charges. Duh! Pick your battles, friends! Number 9 is the wrong drug dealer. It's a real shame when people wearing badges abuse their power, especially when that power involves them keeping drugs on the street while their wallets get fatter. Unfortunately, such was the case for 2 bumbling officers in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Those were 31-year-old Sean Alvera and 24-year-old Christopher Luciano, who were suspected of stealing drugs and money from crime scenes and working with drug dealers for profit. On October 4th, 2010, the pair were arrested when they stole 9 kilograms of marijuana and around $3,000 from a local dealer. A dealer, by the way, who they'd never actually heard of with all their scumbag friends, and one who happened to be an undercover cop. Hey, nice to meet you, Mr. Nayark? Nayark, is it? Wait, Narc? Is it Narc or Nayark? Video surveillance that captured both of them in the act were used at their trial. As you could imagine, they were both fired from the police force and were sentenced to 10 to 15 years in jail. Number 8 is a bad dog. On January 2nd, 2012, 52-year-old metal scrap worker David Eckert was pulled over in Deming, New Mexico, while on his way to Walmart. Oh yeah, nothing ever good happens on the way to or in a Walmart. After asking Eckert to exit the vehicle, the officer on the scene noticed that the man was standing awkwardly and called for a canine unit to come sniff around. The dog, a German shepherd named Leo, arrived and immediately signaled that drugs were on the man's body. Eckert was brought to a medical center where he went through at least 8 invasive procedures to find drugs that he wasn't actually carrying. After 12 hours of enemas, x-rays, and a colonoscopy, authorities finally determined that Leo may have been mistaken and Eckert was released. Yeah, it was soon revealed that Leo's certification as a drug-sniffing dog expired nearly a year earlier. Woof. What's that, doggy? Woof woof? Okay, sir, you're gonna have to just bend over. We're gonna have a little fun. Number 7 is the car threat. On February 1st, 2017, police in Cumbria, England, discovered a man who had become ill. After making sure he made it to the hospital, the officers decided to move the unidentified man's car to the Workington police station, parking it outside overnight. Oh, that's nice, right? Nothing could go wrong. Well, what they failed to do was tell their fellow officers, specifically the ones coming in for the overnight shift, why there was an abandoned car outside. Oh, this is gonna end well. When their colleagues discovered the car on their own, it somehow set off a bomb scare. The station was abandoned and a 100-meter area was cordoned off, stopping traffic and even a train from going through. The bomb squad was called in, and through a controlled explosion, the suspicious vehicle was destroyed. And in the end, police later apologized to the man for the ridiculous error. Oh yeah, see, sorry about that. We were just trying to move your car. It's in pieces over there. Number 6 are multiple raids. For 83-year-old retired World War II Army veteran Walter Martin and his wife, 82-year-old Rose, having the police stop by was just a way of life, though still terrifying. The Brooklyn, New York couple were visited by the NYPD officers over 50 times within 8 years, each time looking for suspects, drug labs, or key witnesses to what were sometimes major crimes. Officers from several precincts around the city came knocking, often demanding answers from the confused pair. As it turns out, the Martins' address was used in a test of the department-wide computer system back in 2002, which somehow glitched and started showing multiple people's addresses as theirs. Okay, El Chapo is clearly staying with Mr. Martin. Okay, let's get him. It wasn't until 2010, when the commissioner stepped in after having some bad press, that the raids finally ended and the couple got some much-needed peace and quiet. Number 5 is the Memory Bear. On April 1st, 2014, 23-year-old Chelsea Wright and her partner James tragically lost their 10-month-old son Nathan. In an attempt to keep her child with her, Wright had his ashes put inside a stuffed animal called a memory bear. She kept it near her at all times, but on June 27th, 2017, while she was staying at James' apartment in Staffordshire, England, the unthinkable happened. Police looking for a stolen laptop entered the apartment and conducted a search. I think you kind of know where this is going. Chelsea informed them that Nathan's ashes were in the bear, but not only did they search anyway, they spilled the remains all over the room. Oh yeah, ashes? Sure there are, maybe a laptop. Oops. After finding no laptop, they left, leaving the couple to scoop up their dead son's ashes themselves. Oh. Although the officers were investigated over the incident, no formal charges were laid for their negligence. Number 4 is Taking Lady. One day in February of 2009, 18-year-old Thomas Russell and his brother Darren were in their apartment on the second floor of their building in Chicago, Illinois, when there was a knock at the door. Opening it, Thomas found police with their guns drawn and aimed at him. Raising his hands, the teen asked if he could lock up Lady, the family's 9-year-old black Labrador, before the officers entered. However, they promptly refused and stormed inside. Moments later, Lady came around the corner, her tail wagging as she greeted the strangers in her home. That's when Officer Richard Antonson shot her dead right in front of the teens. The search of their home came up empty, but they arrested Thomas anyway. The teen was released and the family was awarded a settlement of $330,000 for the actions taken by these bonehead police. Okay, seriously, I'm an animal lover and this one just kind of bothers me, so we're gonna move on. Number 3 is a shootout with grandma. On November 21st, 2006, after falsifying reports to gain a no-knock warrant, 3 undercover police officers, Greg Gunner, Jason Smith, and Arthur Tessler, conducted a raid on a suspected drug operation at a home in Atlanta, Georgia. Breaking down the door, officers were surprised to see 92-year-old Catherine Johnston, who fired a warning shot with an old pistol over their heads. You wanna come in here? Give me a second to put in the gunpowder. Okay, here we go. Bang. Reacting, the officers opened fire on her. Believe it or not, they even managed to shoot each other, each of them receiving a non-serious injury. Ha! Shot! Bang, 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 bang. After handcuffing the woman and finding no drugs in the home, Smith planted 3 bags of marijuana from a previous bust. It wasn't long before the fake story fell apart and all 3 were exposed. Also, all 3 were arrested and filed heavy charges, and they deserve it. These guys are just... Number 2 is a wrong gun. On September 15, 2010, 35-year-old St. Joseph, Missouri police officer Dan DeCray was participating in a training exercise alongside Officer Jason Strong when the 2 men got a little snacky. Still in uniform, the pair decided to switch their practice weapons out for their on-duty pieces before driving to a nearby convenience store for some food. Well, this one can only end well. Once they returned, DeCray wanted to know what it felt like to be shot with plastic-tipped bullets bullets that they were practicing with. So guess what? He asked Strong to shoot him once in the back, which he did. Unfortunately, the officers failed to switch out their guns again, and Strong's shot did so much more than just sting a little. You could probably guess what happened, and long story short, Ducre's family received a settlement of $300,000. Folks, don't play with dangerous things. That's like being like, okay, we're playing with napalm, but don't worry, it's just for testing. I'm gonna switch it out for the real thing. Gets a snack. Hey, let's smear this everywhere. Let's see if it lights on fire. It's just for a test. And number 1 is the 96. On April 15, 1989, the FA Cup semi-final football game was being held at the Hillsborough Football Stadium in Sheffield, England. Shortly before the game started, Chief Superintendent David Duckenfield, who was the match commander, ordered that Gate C be opened to allow another entrance for supporters. He soon realized that he made a terrible mistake when over 3,000 fans rushed into the area built only safely for 1,600. With the area in chaos, emergency personnel and police officers lost control of the scene, unable to get people to safety. 94 people were crushed and 768 people were injured. Police tried to cover up their errors, blaming drunk Liverpool fans and hooligans. But in April of 2016, Duckenfield and his officers were finally charged. I don't know, man, that's why I don't attend sporting events. You think you're going to watch a fun game for the whole family, and then all of a sudden it's just chaos, everybody's angry and throwing beer and stuff. I can't do it. So those were the 10 biggest police blunders of all time. And if you guys enjoyed this, remember to give it a thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and click the notification bell beside the subscribe button to enable notifications so that you never miss a thing, because I release new videos all the time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!